Hey, everybody, it's your girl Storytime with Miss Tot on deck.
And it's your girl, Psychics Anonymous, still anonymous.
And together we are
your favorite besties.
So, guys, I had a dream last night, right? Anonymous, let me tell you what, you want to hear what I dreamed, Anonymous? Let me tell you what I dreamed. So, I was in this beautiful garden, and it was surrounded by purple flowers. And purple's royalty. Purple is royalty. Follow the story.
Wait a minute. See, this dream seems shaky already.
By the purple roses and the beautiful yellow roses, and the sun was shining bright, right? The grass was nicely, freshly cut. It was smelling all good, you know. I was feeling good, Anonymous. I was feeling good, is what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
And then, anyways, I took a couple steps, and I saw a pot of gold, right? But the thing about it was, on the pot of gold, on the other side, there was a leprechaun. What do you think that meant?
You're lying about your dream.
Why would you say that?
That's what I think it means. You're really lying about your dream.
Okay, so there was no leprechaun on the side of the gold. But I absolutely did have a dream where I saw purple flowers and yellow flowers with fresh cut grass. And the sun was out. The leprechaun part, okay, a little sensational. But there was gold somewhere in the dream, is what I want to say.
Did you see it?
In the second dream, I didn't see it together.
Oh, now you've had two dreams.
Basically, I have a lot of dreams, is what I'm suggesting. Anonymous, what are we talking about today? Well, you keep trying to discredit me. What are we talking about today?
I don't have to try. You are discrediting yourself with your foolery. This is a hotmess.com.
Anonymous.
I'll say this in these times, so seriously, because we did another story about this, something similar to this couple weeks back, story time. You guys, if you are having a beef with your neighbors, you don't like your neighbors, do your best. Do your absolute best to stay away from them. When that's not possible to do something like that, if there's a family or friend's house that you can sleep over, do that. Do your best to de-escalate these situations. So this time we have man charged with murder after gouging out neighbor's eyes over a rooster argument.
A rooster?
I was about to try to make the noise. I was steps away from making the noise.
Wow. A rooster?
A rooster.
It's that deep?
He gouged out the eyes over it.
Gosh, people be getting psychotic over the smallest.
A rooster.
Wow. Okay, all right, well, let's hear it.
This is a hot mess.
That's very...
And he deserves to have his eyes gouged out, too.
That's crazy. Now, let's get into
over
it.
A damn rooster. Okay, a man has reportedly been charged with second-degree murder after authorities say he gouged his neighbor's eyes out in an argument about a rooster. Richard Wayne Ellis, 47, of Rock, West Virginia, was arrested on Sunday on suspicion of killing his neighbor, according to a police statement obtained by the Bluefield Daily Telegraph. Police were said to have found the victim 72... come on, sir. You killed this... Ooh, that just made me mad. Anyways, police were said to have found the victim, 72-year-old Benny Fouch, on his porch with blood coming from his orbital sockets, according to the newspaper. Detective Corporal Matthew Horn of the Mercer County Sheriff's Office told the newspaper that he saw feathers scattered about the scene. When looking at the victim, the gouging out of his eyes appeared to be his cause of death, being... No other suspicious injuries were observed, Horn said, according to the newspaper. However, the body will be sent to the state police medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Mr. Ellis's girlfriend reportedly told investigators that Mr. Ellison was bothered by the noises that Fouch's rooster was making, and that she heard angry yelling and a commotion. Police said that they believe Ellis at some point killed the rooster before murdering Fouch, according to the Bluefield Daily Telegraph. Ellison was arraigned for a video conference where the judge set a bail at $200,000. I don't think that's enough. What do you think, Storytime? And here's the guy who did it. No, that's not him. I'm sorry. Those are the other monsters.
That's crazy.
What are your thoughts on that?
Nuts.
So you have two neighbors.
Right.
Okay. 72-year-old gentleman, 72-year-old gentleman, 47-year-old gentleman. The 72-year-old gentleman owns a rooster. 47-year-old gentleman says, not gentleman, 47-year-old psycho says, your rooster, I can't stand the noises. Your rooster's on my nerves.
Some people be like that.
I understand that, but here's my thing. What did he really expect him to do? Did he expect him to get rid of his rooster? Perhaps. Did he expect him to put a muzzle on his rooster? What did he expect?
Maybe he expected him to give it a whipping.
What did he expect?
Maybe he wanted him to give it a whipping and tell him, you stop all that damn loud talking.
I don't know if whoopers stopping them whoopers. I don't know if whooping stopping roosters from hollering. I've never heard of that.
Well, you'd be surprised.
You ain't whoop. Stop acting like you whooped a rooster in your day. Stop
I would never whoop a rooster.
I don't know, what did he really expect him to do? So the rooster's on his nerves. He's like, I'm sick of the rooster. One day,
to get rid of it.
He snaps. He gets up. kills the rooster and goes and what kind of death was that? He gouged his eyes out?
I know, how horrible.
Dude,
really?
Something was mentally wrong
Death
with
by
him to
eye
begin.
gouging? What is this?
Yeah.
What's that called? What was that show? 100 Ways to Die?
Yeah.
Something? That's what it sounds like to me. Sheesh,
Yeah, something was going on upstairs that was not right.
Gouged his eyes
He
out.
gouged his eyes out.
That's a real
After
thing.
he killed his rooster, he
Okay, but
gouged his
then,
eyes out.
then it makes me wonder this. What's the history of these two neighbors arguing over things like the rooster? How many times, had the other guy said to him several times, look, that damn rooster keeps screaming at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I have to be up at 5 o'clock every morning to go on my trucking job or whatever job he does, if he works at all. Please, can you please, let's figure something out. I mean, it's possible that other stuff could have led up to the ultimate confrontation. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
What if this guy kept coming to you saying, please, look, I have to be up. At this time, your damn rooster keeps waking me up.
Right.
And the guy said, oh, he's just being a rooster. Well, or whatever. We don't know.
We don't know, but at the same time, if he was allowed to have a rooster on his property, on that particular part of his land, on land, then he doesn't have to, a rooster will make noises at a certain time in the morning. That's what they do. What do they do? Wake us up at the break of dawn? That's a rooster thing to do. I mean, my whole thing is, I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's kind of something you should find out, like, when you're thinking about living in a house. I don't know who lived there first, right, or how long they lived there. I don't know what the situation was. But, I mean, I just don't understand how he expected the neighbor to quiet his roosters up.
Like I said, maybe he wanted that rooster to catch a whipping.
I mean,
maybe he wanted him to tie the beat down at 3 o'clock in the morning. So when they went to do all that, he didn't hear it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was a real thing. Because the expectation piece, though, for real, what did you expect?
That's what I'm saying. It's not like it's a dog. A dog can be controlled from barking. If a neighbor has a dog and the dog is always in a frenzy, you can talk to the neighbor and have the neighbor can do something to quiet the dog.
Yeah, right.
They could ease the dog or something.
Let the dog come in the house.
Let the dog come in the house.
Sleep in
rub
here,
the dog,
quiet.
whatever. There's some things they can do to combat that. But when it's a rooster, I just think it's different.
Well, I think it is different dealing with a rooster. But then you know what? But you brought up a very good point on this, because I do question which resident was at the property the longest.
Yeah, right.
Because if the guy was there longer, the guy who, let's say the 47-year-old guy who, was opposing the rooster, and the other guy said, ever since you brought you in this damn rooster here, it's been disrupting me and my family's sleep. Y'all waking the kids up too early before we doing home study. My elder mother, grandpa. It could be anything, numerous situations why it could have been very serious for him to take some, for him to feel like he needed to take some action. Right. Now, definitely the action did not warrant under any circumstances an eye gouging. Right? I don't say anything was as severe as that.
Yeah, I think that just seems like a very intense thing to do. It's like, I wonder, has he ever reported it? Has he ever called the police for disturbances?
Right, that's exactly what
I'm saying.
And
then even if he has called the police for noise disturbances, again, it's a rooster.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't know how you quiet a rooster up. I mean, you guys.
What's the expectation piece?
Yeah, I don't understand that part.
Thank you.
I know that his death, he didn't deserve to die. He, in this way, we're all going to die, sometime. But I don't think that he deserved to be murdered as he was. And for his rooster, that he probably couldn't really do much to control to begin with. I don't know. It just seems like, dude, he snapped. He went overboard. I say light love to the gentleman who passed on. What a horrible way to go.
Yeah, what did it?
Your eyes gouged out.
And so there was a 72-year-old man that...
Yes, so he couldn't fight him off.
Well, he can only do so much.
If he's 72, the other guy's 47. The guy 47, to me, rings me as a bully, though. You're 47, he still has a lot of strength.
He could be mentally ill.
We don't know that. The article didn't mention that.
Yeah, I know,
but he still has a lot of strength. This is a 72-year-old man. Come on.
That's why I said he could be mentally ill. Because anybody with half a pea brain knows you don't go fight your damn elders.
Right.
Let alone...
You just don't.
You don't fight them. You guys ever been taught as you
don't get no points for that.
Some people would say as kids, their family taught them that, you get down when you get mad at or you fight whoever fights you. That's fine. But in this case, we're talking about somebody 30 years your senior and they're not fighting you. You're opposing them.
I mean, you're trying to demand of them to do something which may not necessarily be possible. Because even if, think about this. Even if he was to put some kind of muzzle on the rooster, it would still make a sound. It would just be a muffled one, but it would still make a sound. It's like, legit, what did you really want him to do?
And then the rooster, if he put a muzzle on it, it would make a sound. It would get real vengeful when he seen that man walking by to give him the eyes of death. The death stare when he see him walking by.
Okay, that's enough story time. Stop.
No, that would have been a real thing. You'd be looking like, I know it was you. I know you want to put me in this position.
I say light love to the gentleman who passed on and his family.
Yeah, it's just horrible. It's just all around. Like, no way that you think about it could not make this like a really ridiculous story.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sad. And it's like, dang, you guys just couldn't figure out nothing. There was nothing you guys could figure out.
There was nothing you could have did better than that.
I mean,
Rooster caused you to really gouge your neighbor's eyes out.
It's not that deep.
Something was already going on mentally. I think he knew he needed some mental help. The problem is he didn't seek it.
Because I think if it's that deep for a rooster, I would try talking to my neighbor. And if I couldn't talk to my neighbor, if they act like they didn't understand, then I'll go to animal control on them.
Yeah, I would go.
You don't understand me?
I would get some outside
then
help from maybe an agency that can help with that type of thing.
Yeah, if you can't help me, then I'm gonna go to animal control. You can take it up with animal control as to why this rooster won't stop all that damn howling, and we need to get our sleep or whatever's going on.
So on that note, if you'd like to sponsor this podcast, you can do so at anchor.fm/psychics-anonymous. Go ahead, come on over and hit that sponsor button. Or if you'd like to take the intimate approach, you can go to Cash App, put in the $, and then type in your favorite besties. Story time. Where can they find us if they would like to send us some love through the mail?
If you guys would like to send us love through the mail, you guys can go ahead and dance on over to yourfavoritebesties13@gmail.com, and we'd love to see you guys there.
The love mail can say, I love you, Psychics Anonymous. I love you, Storytime. You ladies are amazing. You can write us a comment about a podcast that you've heard. You can send us show ideas. All those kind of goodies. You can do it right on over there.
All right. So thank you guys so much for being on deck. Until next time, you guys have been rocking with
your favorite besties.
Bye.
Bye.